What if everything we thought we knew about the Bridgerton family was just a mask, a perfect image hiding secrets, lies, and betrayal? Season 4 doesn't just bring love and lace, it brings a scandal that could ruin someone's name forever? And the worst part? The person involved is someone fans trusted the most. Season 3 of Bridgerton left us with sighs of relief and hearts full of emotion. Colin and Penelope finally found their way to each other after seasons of longing glances and unspoken truths. Their love story, which started in the shadows, finally bloomed in the spotlight, giving fans the satisfying closure they had waited for. But that moment of peace may be short-lived. Beneath the happiness and celebrations, cracks have already begun to form. And if you look closely, the smiles aren't as perfect as they seem. Eloise Bridgerton, once inseparable from Penelope, now walks her own path, cold, distant, and guarded. Her falling out with Penelope still lingers like a wound that hasn't healed. Though she put on a brave face at the wedding, her sharp glances and tight expressions revealed more than words ever could. Her world has changed, and the people she once trusted now seem like strangers. But she's not the only one keeping secrets. Benedict, the free spirit of the Bridgerton clan, appeared to be happily enjoying his artistic adventures. Yet his movements are more private now, his evenings longer, and his letters unread. There's a restlessness in him, a sense that he's being pulled toward something dangerous, or someone forbidden. Viewers have noticed. Behind his charm is a deeper turmoil, something that may come crashing into the family's public image. Francesca's quiet presence is the most overlooked, but not anymore. Her sudden marriage to John Sterling, the Earl of Kilmartin, shocked even her closest siblings. And though she smiled during their wedding celebrations, something about her eyes felt off. Some say it's just nerves, others whisper she's hiding something. Her return to society seems too perfect, too quiet, almost as if she's covering for someone or protecting herself from something. Even Queen Charlotte, who has always pulled the strings from the background, appears more involved than usual. Her gaze lingers longer on certain guests. Her questions have become sharper. It's as if she knows something the rest of the ton doesn't. She's just waiting for the right time to use it. Everything looks calm, polished, and graceful. But make no mistake, a storm is coming. And when it hits, it won't spare anyone, not even those with the Bridgerton name. Because the scandal waiting in the shadows doesn't come from the outside. It starts from within. It started with a glance, barely a second on camera, but fans caught it. At the end of season 3, as Francesca stood next to her new husband, her eyes flickered across the ballroom and locked onto someone in the crowd. Not her family, not her friends. Stranger? Or someone from her past. That single look has now sparked 1,000 theories. And with season 4 on the horizon, that silent glance may become the match that sets the entire Bridgerton world ablaze. The world of Bridgerton thrives on secrets. Behind every polite smile, every glittering gown, is a truth no one wants told. But season 4 promises to push those hidden truths into the open. A few curious fans discovered a casting update that raised eyebrows. A young nobleman with a past connection to a Bridgerton daughter and a scandal that could ruin them both. The name wasn't listed, but the age matched Francesca. And, suddenly, the fandom couldn't stop digging. TikTok lit up with frame-by-frame breakdowns of the season 4 teaser. There, barely visible in the background, stood Benedict Bridgerton, watching two women argue in an alley. The women weren't named, but one wore a dress that looked a lot like Cressida Cooper's new wardrobe, bolder, darker, and far more dangerous than before. Could she be working with someone? Or blackmailing someone? For years, she's played the villain without ever winning. But now, it seems she has something powerful to use. And then came the tweet. One simple sentence from a crew member, quickly deleted. You won't believe who betrays who in episode 5. The damage was done. Fans rushed to guess. Could it be Eloise, still bitter from Penelope's betrayal, finally ready to strike back? Could Penelope herself be hiding one more secret Colin never knew? Or has Queen Charlotte orchestrated a setup to break apart a dangerous alliance forming under her nose? Even Lady Whistledown, once thought to be silenced after her identity was revealed, is rumored to return in season 4 with a vengeance. According to leaked dialogue, she will write again. But this time, her words won't just shake the ton. They'll destroy someone entirely. Her quill has always been sharp, but this time it might be fatal to a reputation that's held strong for years. Theories are everywhere. That someone has a hidden child. That one of the Bridgerton sons is already married. That the Queen is covering up a secret from her own court. Fans are poring over every detail, the angle of a glance, the hint of a letter, a half-broken promise whispered in a hallway. And with every new clip or promotional photo, one thing becomes clear: there's something hidden at the heart of this season. And someone doesn't want it to come out, but secrets never stay buried forever, not in the world of Bridgerton. The whispers are growing louder. The rumors are getting bolder. And the scandal everyone fears may already be underway. Asterisk, every scandal has a face, or at least that's what the ton believes. But in Bridgerton Season 4, finding the true culprit may be harder than ever. Because this time, the people we suspect, the least the ones with the kindest smiles and the softest voices, may be the ones hiding the deepest secrets. And the closer we look, the more everyone starts to look guilty. Let's begin with Francesca Bridgerton. She has always been the quiet one, the thoughtful one, the Bridgerton sister who slipped through ballrooms without stirring the air. But now, after her sudden marriage to John Sterling, everything about her feels too perfect. She returned to society with the grace of a duchess, but her eyes no longer hold warmth. Instead, they seem guarded. Fans noticed how often she touched her necklace in recent teasers, a simple movement repeated too often. Was it just a habit or a sign of guilt? Some believe that necklace belonged to someone else, someone she wasn't supposed to love, someone who may return. Then there's Benedict Bridgerton, forever the artist, the dreamer, but the dream seems to be slipping. Set leaks show him meeting late at night with a new character, a man dressed far below his class, but with eyes that know him too well. Their conversations are hushed, tense, not angry, not romantic. Something more dangerous. Shared knowledge, a deal, a threat. Some fans believe Benedict may be protecting someone. Others say he's being blackmailed. Either way, the carefree smile he once wore is now a mask, but not every suspect is a Bridgerton. Cressida Cooper, once mocked and ignored, now walks with purpose. Her clothes have changed. Her tone is quieter. And most importantly, she has a new ally. Rumors suggest she's been seen meeting with a powerful, older noblewoman, one who's known for her connections to Queen Charlotte's court. Could Cressida be the key to this entire scandal? Has she finally found a secret so big it could give her everything she's ever wanted: love, power, revenge? Even Eloise Bridgerton isn't above suspicion. Her fallout with Penelope left scars. We all saw, but what we didn't see was what happened after. She's been visiting libraries that have nothing to do with women's rights. She's been writing letters, always burning the first drafts. And she's stopped talking about love entirely. Is she investigating someone, hiding something, or both? One clip even shows her tearing a page from a diary and slipping it into her glove. Whose secrets does she hold, and what is she planning to do with them? And looming over all is Queen Charlotte. Her power is absolute, or so she wants everyone to believe. But sources say the Queen's own court may be divided. She's watching people closely, moving pawns behind the scenes. She's protected the Bridgertons for years, but what happens when one of them becomes a threat to her rule? Will she sacrifice them to save herself? This season doesn't give us just one suspect. It gives us many, each with motive, each with something to lose. And as the pieces shift on the board, we're left asking one terrifying question: is this a scandal or a trap? They thought we wouldn't notice. A glance in an interview. A sentence that seemed too vague. A teaser frame that appeared for less than a second. But Bridgerton fans are sharp. And now, the tiniest breadcrumbs dropped by the show's creators are being pieced together, revealing a scandal so carefully buried it was never meant to be found. Until now, it began during a short behind-the-scenes featurette, where executive producer Shonda Rhimes described Season 4 with 3 simple words: power, betrayal, and exposure. Most viewers were focused on the costumes and romantic scenes flashing by in the background. But one sharp-eyed fan paused the screen, and there it was, a letter torn at the edges, held by a trembling hand. It was addressed to a name we've never heard before, but the crest stamped in wax was unmistakably Bridgerton. Who is this unknown figure connected to the family? Why is their name hidden? Theories exploded overnight, but that wasn't all. In an interview at a London fan convention, one of the lead writers laughed nervously when asked, "Is anyone pregnant in season 4? Their response? That would definitely be scandalous. No confirmation, no denial, just that word again, scandalous. It didn't take long before speculation landed on Francesca, who has been strangely absent from most promotional images. Despite being newly married, why hide her? Unless there's something or someone she's hiding, then came the promo trailer. In one clip, Queen Charlotte sits in her royal chamber, visibly disturbed, speaking to Lady Danbury. Her words are calm but chilling. "There are things even you must not say aloud." What things, and to whom? It didn't sound like royal gossip, it sounded like a warning. And her next move may be to silence someone before the truth breaks out across the ton. Even the official press release hinted at deeper drama. Instead of calling it a season of love, like they've done in the past, Netflix described it as a reckoning of identities and loyalties. That phrasing is not accidental. Someone in the core cast is not who they claim to be or not who the ton believes them to be. Could it be an illegitimate child? A forged marriage? A Bridgerton carrying a title that doesn't truly belong to them? The creators have also confirmed that Lady Whistledown will return, but this time her writings will be weaponized. No longer just commentary, her words are set to dismantle someone's entire future. Fans suspect that a secret lover, a hidden debt, or even a royal betrayal may be exposed through her quill. And judging by Penelope's expression in the trailer, she may not have full control over the pen anymore, and perhaps the most telling clue of all comes from the episode titles themselves, quietly registered with the network weeks ago. Titles. Like The Mask Slips, the second name, and The Quiet Undoing, none sound like ballrooms and bridal bliss. They sound like revelations. Carefully timed. And completely devastating. Season 4 won't gently ease us into another love story. It's coming to shake the very foundation of everything we trust. The creators aren't just telling a story, they're playing a game. One where every hint is deliberate and every silence is loud. And as the pieces begin to align, it's becoming clearer than ever. This is not just a season of romance. This is the season someone pays for their secrets. In full?